want to welcome everybody here to Friday Night Football on Thursday night, first of our doubleheader tonight. We've got Evergreen going against Heritage. Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder here on EPS Sports at McKenzie Stadium. You got in here just in time for the kickoff. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about this as we get started, and that's the first kick for the afternoon. Collected right around the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll get across the 20 down to like the 23-yard line. Heritage will come out with the ball first. Evergreen won the toss. They deferred, so Heritage comes out first. So, Ryan, let's talk just a little bit about what we saw last week with Heritage and that tough loss they had out there against Kelso.
Yeah, I mean, they got beat. They lost to Kelso 51-0 here at home at McKenzie Stadium, and they just had a very difficult time getting their offense going. I mean that was the third week in a row that they got shut out, and so tonight, I mean, they're really going to be looking for moving the football, moving the chains, and trying to get some positive momentum behind the ball. Yeah,
that was their first play from scrimmage, and you're correct. They've got to generate something. They're still looking for their first win. First ball carrier there, that was Evan Buckman, the running back there. Looks like he got a couple out of there, 2 yards, looking at 2nd and 8. We have got starting our sophomore quarterback again tonight. That is Owen Delay, I should say. Another handoff to the running back. This time there is not going to be anywhere for him to go. He is going to lose a couple of yards. They're going to push him all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a big thing we talked about last week in watching Heritage is that their line were just so oversized by Kelso, and it may be a similar situation tonight with Evergreen. As you see here, I mean, Buckman had really nowhere to go. He didn't get any type of blocking for the field to open up for him.
No, you're correctly right on that one. As we correctly right.
Correctly right.
Sounded okay in my head, not out loud. Behind the chains here, looks to get that one up. The intended receiver, that's going to get knocked out by nice defense there as he steps up and slaps that out of his hands.
Yeah, that was the DB, Ja'Kai Clardy, the junior for Evergreen, coming up to break that pass up.
That looked like Jonas Ferguson, the intended receiver out there. That'll bring up fourth down and too many. They ended up behind the chains, and they're going to be their first series, and they're going to be 3 and out. Cody Howell is their punter, number 64. Evergreen's going to start some pretty good field position as they stand right there on the 50, ready to collect the punt. And looked like there was some movement. They're going to move it back 5 more. Bring him back to the 15-yard line. So the punter now has his heels pretty much on the goal line. Going to get it off the skip. That is almost blocked. It goes straight up in the air. As they struggle to get on top of it there, it looks like it's ultimately going to get downed inside the 25-yard line, and Evergreen's going to take the ball over for the first time tonight, dangerously deep into the T-Wolves' territory there.
Yeah, Evergreen's certainly in a good position. Heritage is just going to have to try to figure things out. I mean, it looked like there was still even a little bit of confusion on the punt. Letting the ball bounce backwards. Nobody touched it.
Yeah. Evergreen takes the field for the first time tonight. Jaden Crace, their quarterback. James Bethune, the running back, off to the far side of him. Slot receivers up top. They're going to hand this off to James. James is going to run here to the short side of the field. And it looks like he'll get run out right about the 21-yard line. We'll have to go ahead and comment that the last time we did the Evergreens game, they were missing their their D1 tight end out. I mean, well, both their tight end and their tackle. Both of them back into the game today, so that's nice. We've got a halfback pass that is going to get out there. It's going to be thrown back out there to the quarterback, Jaden Crace. He'll catch that and fall down right inside the 2-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. So right away, Evergreen pounding at the door of 6 points.
Yeah, it was a good little trick play there. Crace passed it to Terrence Saron, who found Crace near the end zone.
Crace decides he's going to keep this one himself on that option, and Evergreen on the board, 6 points. With only minutes ran off the clock, and they are already on the scoreboard. Number 25, Kevin Jimenez, is the kicker tonight, handling, looks like all of those, all facets of kicking tonight. We'll see if he's able to push this up to 7. And he is, so Evergreen on the scoreboard right away, 7-0 over the T-Wolves. So, I mean, it kind of looks a little bit like where they left off the last time we did the game. Though. Yeah, here's the replay.
Yeah, this is just a little fake handoff. Crazy keeps it and he finds a hole up into the end zone.
Untouched. So Evergreen now, they're 3-3. This is a conference game here. These two schools going against each other. But I tell you what, Evergreen has got to win this game, or to keep their options of making it into the playoffs in their hands, right? Because the 3A division actually takes 3 teams to the playoffs, unlike the 4A that's only going to take 2. So they have to win this game to pretty much keep the hopes in their hand and not have to pray for somebody else to do something to get them in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Heritage is going to get good field position here with that kick going out of bounds. I mean, yeah, they've got Heritage tonight, and then in the next 2 weeks, they've got Prairie on the 20th of October, and then Kelso on the 27th. So I think those are going to be some great matchups. They're going to be good games, and it's certainly doable for Evergreen, but they're going to put together 3 really good games in order to come out of there, 6-3.
Yeah, I mean, because it's really going to be about making sure that you beat those guys, so you don't want to be the 3rd seed going in, because then you generally get put up against a tough little opponent up north, right? Yeah. Somebody who's probably a 1st seed. So you want to come in either 1st, or you're 2nd at least, to get a decent draw for that 1st game.
Right.
All right, Owen delays out there. He's going to hand that ball off. Buckman. He's going to get across the 25-yard line. Jay-Sean Scott, what was his number? 15, comes up to make the stop. Jay-Sean, young man on the field, only a sophomore. Drops back. Jay-Sean there to drag him down. Great job getting outside of the block to pull down the receiver there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit different look than what we've seen with Heritage, over the last couple weeks. We really haven't seen that type of play. I mean, they almost got a big gain. Jonas Ferguson there just not quite completing the block, but it was a good look.
So that'll bring up 3rd down. Trip receivers out to the far side. Delay sets him down, drops back. That ball almost got picked off. Corner was there to get it. He didn't see the ball either. It looks like there was a miscommunication between him and the receiver down there, number 88. Jace Gallant, number 88 down there, was the intended receiver. That's going to be their second 3 and out. They didn't end up behind the chain, so there was a 2-yard gain on this series, but not nearly enough to merit them trying to go for it themselves. So they'll in the position to punt this ball away again. And Terrence Saran standing just inside their territory out there, around the 40-yard line, waiting to receive the punt. That one was almost blocked as well, but that much better punt this time than it was the last time, as that ball's actually going to get down right there at the 30. Evergreen will take the ball over there on their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good punt from Heritage to completely swap at the side of the field. So they're going to have to make Evergreen work for it a little bit harder this time. Hopefully you can get a defensive stop.
All right, slot receivers down here to the bottom of the screen. We've got Band and Lamberth. They're on the far side into the boundary. Crace drops back. And he has got, well, he did get tripped up. Their feet just got tangled up, so there'll be no flag on that play. But I tell you what, Anthony Lamberth was on his way to becoming open on that pass.
He certainly was. Heritage certainly lucked out there. They got away with one.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Trip receivers now into the boundary this side, right there at the top of your screen. Screen the Lamberth. Lamberth makes the first one miss. Going to get down across the 40, down to about the 41, 42-yard line. That will be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Evergreen Plainsmen.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Terrence Saron there, number 1 for Evergreen, did a fantastic job picking up a block that allowed Lamberth to go ahead and gain the line, or get the line of gain, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying. He did a great job.
All right, trip receivers down here at the bottom. Arthur Band, big man right there in the middle. Delayed pitch. They're going to get this out to Bethune. Bethune moves back inside the field, and he is going to get into the open. He is not going to get caught, as he takes that ball from the 42-yard line all the way into the touchdown. That is going to be a nice 57-yard touchdown run by James Bethune on a simple, quick pitch.
Yeah, there seems to be, I don't know if there's a conversation here. I don't know, maybe we'll see the replay. Maybe it's just a warning to the sideline. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, Bethune just takes it here, and he just takes off, and he's able to go ahead and find a couple lanes.
He sure was. Delayed pitch. You saw how Crace just kind of held on to the ball as he pulled that defender in towards him, and then just, made him give up his outside contain quickly. Now, there's a penalty flag now we just noticed right there on the 42-yard line, so that'll bring it back.
Looks like it is a hold on Evergreen. That's what's going to bring it back. It's going to negate the big run from Bethune.
All right, so it looks like we had to an equipment adjustment as Lamberth comes off the field. Man goes into motion. Crace drops back, looking to get that ball. He's going to get chased out of the pocket there. And he is going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage before they are able to bring him down. So it'll bring up now 2nd down and 10 as opposed as they started with 2nd and 20. I mean 1st and 20.
Yeah, I thought Heritage was going to go ahead and get it, get a sack there, and Chris was able to wiggle his way out of it and gain 10 yards.
Well, it looks like they gave him 11. 2nd and 9. They do have to get across midfield down to the 48 to move the chains. Trips receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. Another delayed handoff. They're going to run that same play again. Not as much yards as the last time they ran it, but it does get them enough yards to move the chains. As they get stopped at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. That play seems to be working for them. They kind of play off that end out there, number 45. And they just kind of watch what he does, and depending on if he comes up the field, I would imagine Craze keeps it. Another run, nice cut up, get up the field. He's going to get down to the 40. Got a flag that comes out late.
Looks like that's going to be a hold, so that's going to bring Evergreen back again. This drive has been plagued by penalties for Evergreen.
So they'll march off 10 yards here from the 47-yard line. That'll back them up back into their own end of the field here. All right, ball placed on the 43-yard line. Evergreen up to the line of scrimmage. Start with 2 backs in the backfield. Twin receivers up top. And they have a man on the outside trying to get that to Terrence Saran. He is not able to pull that in. That'll bring up 2nd down and 20. Okay, so it looks like number 11, Anthony Lamberth, is having some equipment issues. Apparently he can't seem to keep the pants down over his knees, so the officials keep running him out of the game to get that taken care of. So while he works on his gear, they're bringing another one. We got bunch trips here at the bottom. Grace pumps, looking for a man coming across the middle. Arthur Band, the intended receiver on that, not able to put that one on him.
Yeah, good defensive play there by Jace Gallant. Just enough pressure to go ahead and break up the pass.
All right, slot receivers on either side. Grace drops back, looking for a man coming across the middle. He's got a guy, and that was Lamberth, who was wide open in the middle of the field. Grace unable to put that on him. And this is going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to, looks like they are going to come out here with the punt team. So penalty plagued them this series, and Evergreen not able to move the ball, and is going to kick this one back to the T-Wolves. Grace handles their kicking responsibility. He kicks that one straight up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know if Heritage was anticipating some sort of trick play there, but they had nobody back to receive that punt.
Well, that trips formation they kind of set themselves up in is kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah,
know?
for sure.
You know, you like, wait a minute, what are they going to do? You know, with the quarterback also being the punter, and you still had the starting receiving core out there on the field lined up in trips on the far side.
Yeah.
So Evergreen turns the ball over and gives Heritage an opportunity here to put some points on the scoreboard. They come to the line of scrimmage with their play initially. Slot receivers on either side. And looks like they were having some personnel issues, so now they're going to call a timeout and make sure they've got all the right people on the field. You know, this is the second game we've done for Evergreen, so we didn't get to see some of those other games that they lost that we were surprised about watching them at the beginning of the season. But one of the things that we're still seeing here is fouls. I'm talking about basketball, is penalties.
Yeah.
You know, that was something that plagued and haunted them the last time we did a game for them. And this time here, I mean, it completely killed this drive. You know, there were 3 holding penalties in this last drive. One, killed a touchdown.
Yeah, one killed a touchdown. One was one killed a play that would have gotten them a first down. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a discipline thing, and they've got it. And a lot of times these penalties are happening way off the ball.
Yeah.
And so they've got to clean that up in order to see success throughout the continued season. But, yeah, when we did that game against Glacier Peak, yeah, they were plagued by penalties that night, too.
Yeah, they sure were. All right, Heritage back on the field. Fakes it. The quarterback's going to get flushed out of the pocket, looking to find somebody. He's going to throw that as he takes a hit, and it is going to get picked. Not able to step into that ball, and that is going to be intercepted. And that is Steve Canada, who comes up and picks that ball right out of the air.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. See Owen Daly he's under pressure, and he actually gets hit as he's letting the ball go. And that's Jackson Sharp, who was the intended receiver, turned in. He's able to go ahead and play defensive back immediately after that. But it's an unfortunate series of events for Heritage.
Yep, so Evergreen's defense gives their offense another opportunity as they have the ball deep in the Heritage territory. They're going to hand this one off. Bethune turns this back up towards the middle of the field. They're going to stop his momentum right around the 12-yard line. Looks like the spot is going to be just inside the markers there, so it's going to bring a second down and very short. Nope, looks like they do spot it and move it, so first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. They can get the first down without scoring the touchdown, so potentially 8 plays here to get 6 points. Send a man in motion. They're going to hand this, fake it to Bethune. Heritage defense does a good job coming up and stopping that right away. Buckman, the first to make the tackle. Looks like they're going to lose about a yard on this one. So slot receivers out to the far side. Hand off to Bethune. Bethune right up the middle, getting in behind the blockers. They're running into some defense there inside the 10-yard line. Right about the 6 is where they stop him. Like they'll give it to Bethune again. This time, he is going to try to lean in. Not able to. He'll get down to about the 1 yard line. That will give them first down and goal, though. So they'll get another 4 downs to go a yard. And he'll get in this time on his first opportunity. As the Plainsmen move this to a 2-score game here for Heritage. Defense stepped up when the offense kind of sputtered there, gave them another opportunity, and they kind of took advantage of that one and took it right on in.
Yeah, I mean, they moved the ball extremely well. I mean, this was a drive that didn't have any penalties, and so that's a great positive thing for Evergreen, and it allowed them to put another 6 points, potentially 7 on the board.
Yep.
All right, so I spoke too soon. I did say potentially.
Yes.
But so they put 6 points on the board, and that makes it Evergreen 13, Heritage 0. 3:25 left remaining in the first quarter.
So both teams out on the field here. Kicking team on the field, lined up right there at the 40. Kevin Jimenez, number 25, going to kick the ball off. Heritage 2 men deep, sitting just inside the 10-yard line. The last kickoff was kicked out of bounds, and they took it over on the 35. We'll see if Jimenez looks to put this in the end zone or trying to place it somewhere. And they'll settle in this. That's going to take a bounce, and it'll go into the end zone. So Heritage will take the ball over on their 20-yard line. Owen Daly brings him out to the field. Running back Evan Buckman. Formation 3 receiver set on the far side. Gets that ball out to Buckman. Doesn't look like Buckman was quite ready for it when it was thrown to him. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, there's certainly a little bit of confusion there.
I think it may have been rushed a little bit. It looks like he got rid of that a little sooner than he should have. Buckman was not ready for it. He was still kind of running the little flare route, you know. Owen Daly looked a little anxious on that one. Trips on the far side again. And it looks like Evergreen's defense is going to give him a free 5 yards here. And that is Makai Miller, number 52. Steps in there into the neutral zone. Hand off to Buckman. This time Buckman looking for somewhere to go. And he is not going to find any place to go as he's trying to pick and choose his hole. The Evergreen defensive line is right there in every avenue, in every lane, not allowing him to cut back upfield. So they're going to lose 3 of the 5 they got on the penalty, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. That ball's going to get away from him. He's going to chase it down, and he'll end up downing it inside the 5-yard line. That play will bring up 4th down, so this is going to put Heritage in a very dangerous position because the punter is not going to have a whole lot of room back there.
No, he's not. And I mean, both of his punts prior to this, they've been close to getting blocked as it is, and so he's going to have to get rid of that ball quick.
So what do? Do you run out of the back of the end zone and take the 2 instead of the 6?
And then you kick off, and I don't know.
It's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
But they're all going to come at him up, and he gets that one off. Probably one of his
better
punts of the night. It's going to get collected around the 45. But he catches that, goes to the far side, and he'll get run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So Evergreen, once again, has the ball deep in the Heritage territory.
Yeah, the punter was able to go ahead and get off a good kick there. Just the coverage was a little lacking. They couldn't get anybody on it.
Looks like they had him out at the 10 yards, so it'll be 1st down and goal from the 10. Got 3 receivers over there into the boundary. Man in motion, they're going to hand that off on a fly sweep. Trying to find the edge. He is going to walk into the end zone untouched. 10-yard touchdown there. That is going to be Terrence Sarin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ryder Kepler there for Evergreen did a great job with the block to allow him to go ahead and get around the corner.
Yeah. Heritage tried to string that out for him, not able to get that. And here's kind of a look at it.
You
Just
see
outrunning
there
everything.
With the block. He's able to go ahead and get to the corner.
Saw that pitch shot there of Buckman just kind of getting walled off. Not really took a hit, but somebody just ran in front of him and just stood him up a little bit and allowed the runner to get around him and into the end zone. And this one is going to make it. So that's going to put 20 points on the score. Down to a minute 36 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Evergreen already 3 scores up in this game. So they're definitely, having to feel good about how their offense has showed up right away in this game.
Yeah, they have. I mean, there's a couple of good things to go ahead and look at. They seem to be finding some good holes. Their offensive line is doing a great job, creating some space. But then again, at halftime, I'm sure they're going to be talking about the penalties that they gave up as well.
Yeah. Sure will. It's a pretty lengthy conversation. Asking them to use a different ball. I know at the beginning of the game, the officials asked them to bring all the balls out that are going to be used in the game. So don't know if a different one that hadn't been checked in at the beginning of the game got used. But the official said, not that one. They had to go get another one.
We don't want a Deflategate situation here.
Right.
Southwest Washington.
And it looks like we have a penalty. As the official looked for his flag, that's probably going to be offsides. back this up and try it again. Move it over to the other hash this time, the far side of the field. Back it up 5, and we'll try this one more time. And here we go again. This one's going to stay close to the ground. Off the hop right there at the 15. Find some space in the middle, and he is going to need hard contact right there at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's Ja'Kai Clardy there. Just a little wake-up call coming in and making the tackle.
Yeah, it sure was. All right, looks like they give him the 31. It'll be first down and 10. Heritage offense still looking for some points here. They've gone now 5 quarters, if we count last week now, without a score.
Wow.
So definitely looking here to put some points on the board.
13 quarters.
Yeah, actually you're right. Go back even further than that, right?
Yep.
The quarterback decides he's going to pull this out and keep it. Looks like he'll get about 2 yards out of this. First time we've seen him pull it out and keep it. But, that's something that they probably need to take into consideration because they're all over the running back. So
yeah, they are. They've got to mix something up. They got to keep the defense guessing.
Yeah. They'll give him a yard out of that, it looks like. It'll be second down. This time he goes in and gives it to him. Nice little jump step to the outside. Momentum looks like it might give him. No, it looks like they're not even going to give him a yard out of that one. He's right back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up third down. No loss, but no gain either. Spread formation, and hard count gets the entire defensive line to jump. That'll give them third down and manageable.
Well, certainly opens things up for Heritage.
You have to get across the 40-yard line to move the chains here. Spread formation, running back resets. They're going to fake it to him. Almost stepped in front of that was Clarity. Jackson Sharp, the intended receiver out there. So even with the penalty, that'll bring up, and they weren't able to really do anything with it. That'll bring up 4th and 4. And the punt team back on the field again. That one's going to get up into the sun. Great job to kind of focus on that in the sun. Fair caught it, and it's going to be Evergreen's ball on their 35-yard line.
Yeah, I thought for a minute there Terrence Aaron lost it in the sun. He did a great job to go ahead and bring that in.
All right, spread formation here for the Plainsmen. Bethune, the running back. Crace drops back, looking for somebody. He's going to let this one go. That is going to be Arthur Ban. Nope, I take that back. That is Lamberth who went out for that one. That is the second time he got tangled up in the feet with one of his defenders out there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Crace having plenty of time to throw the ball.
Plenty of time, and I'm actually surprised that Crace didn't decide to just go ahead and tuck it, because he had plenty of space in front of him to run it himself.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. Band lined up on the numbers, has a man on the outside, makes the catch right there at the 40, and he'll get down across the 45-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. And this will that was probably the last play of the first quarter. And it is, as time runs out there in the first quarter. Evergreen on top, 20-0. Heritage still trying to find some kind of offense to put some points on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, they've got to make some changes, right? I mean, whether, they fit in a few more quarterback sneaks, they maybe some quick routes, right, to the slot, something to where they can get some positive momentum. I mean, at this point, even if they're looking to gain 2-3 yards a play, it's better than the rate that they're currently at.
Well, that last series that they were where it almost got picked off. I mean, Evergreen just seems to be in their hip pocket. They're not showing any. I mean, it almost looks like in some situations Evergreen is playing them man up, not even in zone, because they're in their face.
Yeah.
Like daring them to do something here.
Right.
So everybody in pink tonight, pink out if you will, in honor of breast cancer awareness. All right, we are all set up and ready to start the second quarter. Trip receivers into the boundary at the top of your screen. Going to hand this off to Bethune. Bethune will get across midfield. Like he might get the 49 before he is run out of bounds. It looks like he'll get about half of it there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Lines up on the ball just inside the 50-yard line. Sends a man in motion, fakes the fly, and they're going to hit Ban in the middle of the field. Ban does a good job as he breaks off to the outside. Now it's going to be a foot race to the end, and he'll get run out of bounds right there at the 10-yard line.
A good run there, or good route there ran by Ban. It was Jackson Graham, number 12 for Heritage, that was able to ultimately bring him down.
Yeah, he sure was. That's the first time we've called Arthur's number this game. Nice catch. They tried to get it to him a couple of times. They like to hit him on big crossing routes and get him right there in the middle. I mean, he's taller than everybody. He can just keep it high. Running play right there onto the running backs. He will get down to the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down. So another big catch by one of the Evergreen receivers, and is able to make some yards after the catch. Just has this Heritage defense on their heels, not having anything up to this point to be able to slow this team down. Two receiver backfield. It's a nice stingy play there by the Heritage defensive line. Looks like he'll lose a yard on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. Two running backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off again. And once again, he is not going to get in. He'll lose some more yardage on that one.
Yeah, I think that was number 19, Christine George, the ball carrier.
Yep.
It's like she checks out of the game.
So they'll bring up 4th down. Bethune comes back in for George. Terrence in motion. And they're going to go put that in for Bannon. And that ball's going to get picked off in the end zone. So the Heritage defense able to pull something out here at the end here to kind of save it for themselves.
Yeah, Jace Gallant went up there and just took it out of the air. And that's a real positive momentum builder for Heritage.
Yeah, it sure was.
Not only get the defensive stop, but to prevent another touchdown for Evergreen. You see here, Crace is just looking for his man. And Gallant just went up and got it.
Yeah, he sure did. Sure did. I guess he didn't think he had that type of vertical to go up there and get that one like that. You know, you're throwing it to somebody who's 6'6". You figure you threw it high enough.
You would certainly think so.
All right, well, Heritage defense, nice stand there. Good job, Buckman, taking the initial contact, but the speed of the Evergreen defense just not allowing him to gather himself back up and get any positive yards.
Yeah, I was going to say the same exact thing. He did a great job kind of bouncing off that first initial contact, tried to bounce outside. The problem is he didn't have any help, any blocking to go ahead and allow him to get any type of yardage.
So Heritage now has changed quarterbacks, at least for this series. Baron Graham, a freshman, number 13 now in the game. He's going to hand the ball off. There's going to be a fumble, and we got a scoop and score, and Evergreen's defense is able to do what their offense couldn't do down inside the 20-yard line, and that has put some points on the board.
You know, that's
Makine Miller who picks that up and puts the points on the board.
Yeah, that's twice tonight where Evergreen's defense has come out big. After their offense has kind of faltered a little bit, stumbled, They come back and they force a turnover.
Yeah. You know, if you're a coach on the sidelines for the Plainsmen, this is what you like to see. When the offense stalls up, the defense has been there. The 2 times we've seen their offense stall, the defense has been there to pick it up.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to get this one off, and he is going to get it through the uprights. And that's going to push the score to 27-0. Plainsmen. Looks like there just was a bad handoff. I mean, you know, that's what happens when a new quarterback comes in. Kind of have to get used to what that mesh feels like because, you know, those aren't just straight handoffs. Those are like options, so they ride them a little bit now.
Yeah.
And if you're not used to how that guy does it, or, you know, maybe he thought he was going to pull it and he didn't, and here's the that's exactly what happened. It looks like Buckman may have thought that the ball was going to get pulled out, and he didn't. It just dropped right out of the basket there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to pick this one up on almost let it get away from him. And looks like the Evergreen Plainsman special teams now has done something special. Not quite sure why that he was letting that one bounce around and not just run up on it and catch it on the hop.
That's how we'll see the replay here. I mean, he should have went and got it there, and it just took.
Just bounced right past him after that. Then it was just a fight for the ball, and Evergreen able to fall on it. Rayshawn Chambers, number 7 on special teams for Evergreen. So Crayson Bethune back in the backfield. 3 receivers set on the far side. Terrence goes into motion. They're going to hand that ball off Bethune. Takes it, steps up inside. Going to get down across the 5.
Looks like that was Isaiah James, first one to make contact to make the tackle. Had a little bit of help from his friends.
So second and a very short one. This time they have an empty backfield. 4 receivers down here into the boundary. And they're going to get that out there. We got a penalty flag. Gets in untouched, but there's a penalty flag right there. Looks like it possibly could have been a holding call. We'll see what the deal is.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. Going to see on the replay what the penalty may be.
Well, it looks like
it was on Heritage.
Looks like they waived the penalty, and they are going to go ahead and give him the touchdown. So maybe the official thought he saw something, changed his mind after the flag hit the ground. Changed his mind. And Evergreen, with special teams help, put more points on the line on the scoreboard. And he is able to, Jimenez is able to put another point on the scoreboard, as now the score is up to 34-0. So it looks like Heritage may have switched up the personnel a little bit on the field. So now as we get set up here for the kickoff, deep men hanging around about the 15-yard line. Another high short one. This time it's going to get picked up, and he is going to catch it, get there across the 40. And we got another penalty flag just got thrown in, so not sure what that's going to be about.
Yeah, Jaden Dickerson there with the return. Not clear communication on who's going to field that one. It looks like that is a holding call on Heritage.
So the pretty good field position now is going to get pushed back as they march off 10 yards from where the penalty happened. So Heritage offense take the ball for the first time this quarter. On the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Graham in the game as the quarterback. He'll hand this one off. Buckman now trying to turn that upfield real quick, and it's not going to get anywhere. Looks like he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Keegan Windy was the one there with the tackle.
So that three-man front there of the Plainsmen is giving Heritage fits right now. They are in the backfield waiting for things to happen. Graham drops back, has a man out there able to get that in there. Nice job as the receiver on the far side is able to bring that one in.
Yeah, that was a good little pitch and catch.
Yeah, Jonathan Daniel kind of looped that one right over the defender's head and dropped it right there in Daniel's hands. Daniel was able to get, looks like about 2 out of it. Graham again drops back, looking for somebody to get that ball to. Kind of sidearm slung that one out there, trying to get it to the Jackson Graham. Jackson unable to get that one as it hits the carpet there in front of him.
Yeah, and that'll go ahead and that'll bring up 4th down, and they bring out the punt team for Heritage.
I tell you who else was in the area. It was Ryder Kepler, the defender. Yeah. I don't know if that would have been a better pass. He may have picked that off for 6 more points.
It was very close, very close. He was right there, just going to come up with it.
And we got a penalty flag. A nice punt this time as he picks it up on the run here, and he's going to get back into midfield in some good areas. And we have got flags all over this. Now that is the 4th flag on the field right now, so we'll kind of see what's going on here.
Take these one at a time, figure out exactly what happened.
So the first flag that hit the ground has now been picked up, so it looks like maybe the other ones might be worth a little more. But now there are 3 flags on the field. All of them between the 31-yard line and the 27. So we'll see. Something happened in that 5-yard span.
Looks like the 2 in the middle of the field came out about the same time. The one on the near side here definitely came out later.
We'll see which one they pick. I just had a conversation with Evergreen's coach. So the initial one, personal foul face mask against Heritage. That one declined. A whole lot happened there. It looks like the majority of it was against Heritage. And the last one was against the Plainsmen, so they'll back it up 10 from where the ball was. So instead of being down there around the 30 now, Evergreen is going to take the ball over on the 46-yard line. This first play from scrimmage now is going to be an empty backfield. And they're going to throw away from the trip side.
Good coverage there by Heritage defense. limits that play to a gain of 2.
They sent the big man, Fox, number 50, out there to do the blocking. They're going to go with the empty backfield once again. Grace is going to get that to Lamberth. Lamberth able to pick that up off his shoelaces. Heritage comes up and closes on him real quick.
Yeah, it was a good tackle there by Jackson Graham, limiting any yards after the catch.
That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Kepler down here at the bottom of your screen alone. We got 3 receivers up top. Another delayed quick pitch. Bethune trying to bring that one back into the inside the field here. He likes kind of running out and then back into the middle of the field. He'll get plenty of those as he gets down across the 30-yard line, down to the 29. That'll move the chains for him.
Yeah, it looks like he might have just ran into his own guy there that limited his gain. Ultimately, he was able to get that first down.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good play because the DN's going to be wrong every single time when you wait like that, right?
Yeah.
Hands it off to Bethune this time. Great job there by Crater. As he secures the edge and allows Bethune to get around that corner and get down to about the 22-yard line. All right, clock stopped at 4:23 in the half. As we start to see the teams from our doubleheader tonight start to show up.
Yeah, it looks like Battlegrounds here on the west side of the stadium.
Trips down here at the bottom. They have receivers in the open. They have one open, and he is able to get inside. But he does not. He's not able to step inside the pylon there, but he's going to get down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, good catch there by Amani Jackson. Just unable to turn himself upfield, get his momentum going forward.
Jackson only a sophomore in the game. And it looks like Christine George now back in the game, number 19. And the Evergreen Plainsmen are going to call a timeout here. So 2nd down and goal. Crace comes out of the game. Looks like they'll run kind of a wildcat here with George lined up in the quarterback slot. Rayshawn Chambers in the backfield along with George. Bobbled the snap there. Looks like they got back to the
original line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, yeah. So bring up 2nd and 2. Looks like they're going to give it to George. Give George another opportunity to get here into the to the end zone. Big push this time to keeps the ball. Got a little bit more on that one. That's going to bring up now.
So she's just short.
Spun out of the initial contact. I thought they were going to actually get in
there. I thought she was too.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal. She's going to get in there this time, and this time she looks like she does get across the line of scrimmage and the goal line, both of them this time. And Christine George scores 6 more points for the Evergreens Plainsmen. Team definitely celebrating down there with the young lady. And we got the kick, and it's up, and that's going to get through the uprights.
They'll push the score to 41.
And here's going to be the replay. This time just a good push by everybody. Finds a nice little crease.
Yep.
And gets right in there across the goal line. Good job. All right, clock stopped at 3 minutes. We are just shy of a running clock with 41 points. Jimenez now sets up. And they'll settle in right at the 10. Got away from initial contact. And it's like they're going to stop their momentum right there at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, looks like he was finally wrapped up by Josiah Alanis. It was a good kick by Jimenez into the wind.
So Heritage offense comes on the field. Graham's still the quarterback for him. Buckman the running back. Spread formation, 4 receivers out on the field. Going to hand this off to Buckman. Buckman looks for a crease. And he is actually going to, it's probably the best run they've had all afternoon.
Yeah, that was a good run. He found a good hole. Gain of 4. Gain of 5. Gain of 5.
Looking to give him the ball again. I tell you what, who is that defensively? That is Miller, number 52. Just flat-backed. He's good gracious.
He's having a field day out there tonight.
He is. He's having way too much fun.
Yeah, and I've watched. I mean, even down on the sidelines, he's having a great time. He's a bundle of energy there tonight. As we come down here, under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Spread offense. Graham's going to go ahead and hand off to Buckman. He's going to get a gain of a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line for Heritage. And Heritage is going to go ahead and take a timeout. Their second of the half. We've got 50 seconds remaining in the first half. All right, so punt team comes out for Heritage. Looks like there might have been some confusion on what down it is. Punter gets a good kickoff. That's fielded by Terrence Saron as he makes his way up the field and he breaks up into open field. He's got one man to beat. He is slowed down and he's ultimately brought down by number 45, Michael Lale. That's going to put Evergreen in good field position as we end this first half. We got 31 seconds remaining. Saron did a great job there just to go ahead and find a seam on his return, get a big gain out of it. Got Bethune in the backfield. Crace shotgun. And Crace looks to the corner. And he was able to go ahead and find Ryder Keplar in the end zone for another Evergreen Plainsman touchdown. That's going to go ahead and push the score to 47. Kepler certainly got some height on him, so Crace was able to just kind of lob it up there. Put it in a place where only Kepler could get it. This looks like a botched snap. Crace was able to go ahead and roll it out. And unfortunately, that is a broken play that will turn in to be no good. All right, that brings the score to 47-0, 25 seconds left in the first half. Just a reminder, this is a doubleheader tonight. We've got our late game 3-3 Union Titans against the 6-0 Battleground Tigers. So Battleground looking to push to 7-0 to remain unbeaten. Union certainly looking to spoil that for the Tigers. That should be a great game later tonight. That is scheduled to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll see. It obviously depends on what time this game ends here. Jimenez with the kick. We'll kick this one. This one's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. And they're going to go ahead and bring that out to the 22-yard line. 19 seconds remaining in the first half. It's going to be Barron Graham, the freshman quarterback, to come out for things for Heritage. Spread offense, Buckman in the backfield. Buckman's going to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. And that should go ahead and end out this first half. And it's official. So that is the end of the first half. Evergreen 47, Heritage 0. They're going to retire to the locker rooms, have a little chalk talk, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to take it down to Rodney Lawrence and Matt Griffith for a little halftime show. We'll see you guys after the break.
Hello, everyone. Matt Griffin here alongside Rodney Lawrence, EPS Sport. It has been a really long time, probably pre-pandemic, since we have done a halftime show, just because of some logistical concerns.
Yeah.
The band will quiet down in just a second, Rodney. We're going to be as gentle as we can. Heritage High School is struggling this year.
Yeah, they are. They are still looking for a win. You know, when I look at their roster, they play a lot of young players. They have a sophomore quarterback who's out there playing for them right now, number 13 in Graham. You know, and they're just trying to put something together, find some good stuff to really talk about and work on for next year, because this year is going to be a tough one for them.
I was talking to our Director of Communications, Craig Burnback, a sportscaster, well-renowned, who points out that Heritage has a lot of sophomores on the roster.
They do.
So they've got things to look forward to. I mean, you know, we did see that interception in the end zone.
Yeah, we did. That was some good stuff.
So there's some things that they can improve on, of course. Evergreen, let's talk about their season so far.
You know, they started out strong, and then they lost some games that we were real surprised about. They had a tough game against Camas last week. One of the things we did talk about during this game, me and Ryan, is some of the penalties that they had, some of the problems that they had with penalties that we saw early on in the year. It kind of plagued them a little bit here in the first quarter. The defense bailed them out for it, but, you know, those are the types of things they're going to have to pay attention to.
Well, and I've noticed all the games we've done this season. We're on our fourth night of doubleheader. We've had a lot of penalties this season.
We sure have.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, a lot of holding.
Yeah.
A lot of holding and a lot of personal foul type stuff. So,
yeah.
You know, they're really paying attention out there, those officials.
Okay, well, we won't belabor this game because we still have another half of football left to go. But our second game tonight is Battleground versus Union. What are you looking for tonight for that game?
Well, you know, the one thing that's most exciting to everybody is the fact that Battleground is 6-0, and it's been a very long time since they've been 6-0. You know, we haven't had the opportunity to see them play yet, so I just keep reading about it in the papers and all those things. So it's going to be real nice and exciting to see that as well. Union, you know, they're coming in 3-3 right now, but they've always had a tough schedule. They always play some tough teams outside of the area. It kind of makes them a better football team. They beat Stanwood last week, which was another good team up north. So the team is a lot better than their schedule is than their schedule is actually showing right now, I think, just because some of the people they played. So I'm looking for this to be a pretty good game. I mean, I'm sure Union, this is league now, you know,
right.
And in the 4A, they're only taking 2 from here. So the losers are going to struggle because, you know, you still got Camas and Skyview in this league too. So, you know, it's just going to be tough for anybody outside of, you know, that trying to get into that second slot is going to be hard.
Well, let's talk one more point, and we'll make it again during halftime of the Battleground Union game. But Union with the new coach this year. Yeah,
they sure do. Started out, you know, kind of came in there late since Rory decided that he was going to go up to Glacier Peak. He is their interim, you know, so they'll see if he gets the job next year when they're actually trying to fill the position. We haven't been able to really see him play since he's kind of Code. It's Code who's taking the job over. And, you know, I know the young man. I knew of him when he went to Evergreen. He's a local kid. It looks like the coaches and the kids respect his game and respect what he's trying to do. We're just going to have to try to put some wins together.
Okay, so that's our second game tonight, Battleground versus Union. The scheduled time is 7 o'clock, but, you know, these games always run short or run long, but in any case, it won't go any earlier than 7. But the players have to have at least 20 minutes between games for their warm-ups, so we'll be on the air as soon as those guys get their warm-ups, 20 minutes after the game ends and after 7 o'clock. So that's it. Thanks for joining me, Rodney. Right now, I want to turn things over to my friend Alex Notarti, a senior at Mountain View High School, who's going to give us the rundown on Evergreen Public Schools' brand new strategic plan.
Hello, I'm Alex Notarte, a senior at Mountain View High School, and today I would like to share with you Evergreen Public Schools' vision for student success. This is the district's new strategic plan. It's a blueprint, if you will, from the classroom to the boardroom, for creating long-lasting success in the classroom and beyond. The plan is built around the goals of belonging for each, success for all.
It's our tagline, and it's a real short and concise way to explain to people what we're about, making sure that each student feels like they belong in our schools, they feel part of our community. When that happens, good things happen.
The strategic plan is student-centered and equity-driven, designed to make sure students know that they are cared for, seen, heard, and empowered, and that all students will be motivated to learn every day.
We want to make sure students are empowered. We want to make sure students are seen, welcomed, accepted. And so part of that outcome is important because we want to really address the students' humanity. And while, yes, they're here in school every day with us to learn, they're also people who are growing in their identity and growing in their passions about who they want to be in the world. And so creating a sense of belonging is making sure all of our students are really flourishing and thriving and becoming their best selves and full selves.
Our schools are rallying around a set of goals, academic and social and emotional, to help students feel connected to their school communities and make sure that all of our schools are pushing for better academic outcomes. New this year is a district-wide math curriculum being implemented from kindergarten through high school. The math curriculum is just one step in a series designed to address learning areas in need of improvement and set learning goalposts across Evergreen Public Schools.
So cohesiveness and consistency. I want to make sure that students have access to the resources and systems that they need, no matter where they are in our system, to achieve success.
Developed with the input of more than 7,000 participants, many of them students, we are uniting around a common vision to help students become the best versions of themselves and prepare them for their lives after graduation.
If parents were to ask me as a board member why the strategic plan is important for their student, I would tell them that we want the best for every student, which includes their student. If they want a plan that they can help in their individualized learning and help them excel, we're going to make sure that it happens. If their student is struggling, we're going to make sure that we get them to where they need to be. And at the end, when they're done with Evergreen Public Schools and we see them off after graduation, they're going to be ready to conquer their next step, which if it's education, if it's a career, whatever it might be, they're going to be ready to go.
And setting these goals will begin early, making sure students get rigorous classroom instruction at all levels and are pushed along the path to belonging for each, success for all.
Everybody is focused, going upstream, all aligned to that those goals that we have, the strategic plan. And there's not any question about it. It's what's best for all kids.
For more information about the strategic plan and Evergreen Public Schools' shared vision for student success, visit our website, evergreenps.org/strategic-plan.
Lo único que hacemos es mantener las costumbres y los valores. Más que todo, lo que hacemos nosotros es hacer diferentes tipos de comida, pues, de Latinoamérica, y es todo lo que hacemos. Yo creo que es importante porque mantiene la comunidad hispana viva, con todas las costumbres y los valores, y también ayuda a combinar esas culturas con otras culturas y para mantener todo vivo.
Nos da un sentido de pertenencia, somos parte de la comunidad, somos parte de todo el distrito, de nuestras escuelas y de las familias con las que estamos, con los niños. Somos parte de todo, no solamente del mundo, pero de nuestra comunidad. Así que es importante porque nos hace sentir que somos parte de la familia.
Well, recently we just celebrated Mexican Independence Day and we got to eat our traditional Mexican food and we got to dress up in our beautiful Mexican clothes. I think it's important because we need to celebrate our family's history, our background, and it's important, and I'm very proud and I'm very grateful that I was born into a Mexican family. So.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es Christopher Sánchez y soy de la escuela Image Elementary, y para mí la herencia hispana significa algo muy importante, y que es una raza muy fuerte, y que algo muy importante en mi vida que me han dado mis padres. Me encanta tener raíces hispanas porque tienen tradiciones y costumbres únicas del mundo. Su comida, gastronomía es muy deliciosa. Me encanta comer los tamales y el mole y muchos más. También las tradiciones como el Día de los Muertos y los bailes tradicionales. Yo pienso que esta cultura no debemos perderla y hablar de ella siempre que podamos. Y nunca olvidarnos de ella, la herencia hispana, y viva México, y a todos los países que la representan.
Se siente especial que se está haciendo algo para nuestra raza, que somos incluidos en lo que es las culturas. Tener un mes que está especialmente para celebrar nuestra herencia es muy importante para nuestros hijos, nuestra familia, saber que tenemos un valor también en medio de la sociedad.
Calling all student athletes in Evergreen and Battleground Public Schools. The Mark Rigo Athletic Scholarship Fund is accepting applications. Mark Rigo was a beloved football and track coach who passed away in 2018, but left behind a legacy, the thousands of student athletes he pushed to become the best versions of themselves and pursue their dreams.
His whole thing was the power of one. If he could just do one thing each day for one person, he's made an impact.
If you are heading to college or a post-secondary trade school and have taken part in sports in Evergreen or Battleground Public Schools, Rigo's legacy can also help offset some of your college costs. To fill out an application and learn more, head over to rigoscholarship.com. Let's keep Coach Rigo's legacy going by helping new generations of students pursue their dreams.
I am delighted to welcome you here to our brand new Evergreen High School Skilled Trades Center. Within these walls, our students will develop practical skills, critical thinking, and of course, a strong work ethic. This center will ignite the passion in our students and equip them for success in the skilled trades industry.
As our superintendent and CTE director of the district, you said yes when many others said no to a building and program like this. Thank you for providing us this building and the opportunities that this will continue offering us. I firmly believe that the construction programs like these have done and will continue to do amazing things because of your generosity, support, and this incredible skilled trade center. Thank you.
I'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who contributed into making this skilled trade center a reality. Your generosity transformed a dream into a remarkable facility that will benefit our campus for years to come.
These students are our future workforce, so this partnership is so important. And especially a thank you to Doug Green for your investment in our kids. Your vision, your commitment to this project. You have a lot of choices of where you want to dedicate your resources, and we are so appreciative that you chose to support these students.
Thank you, Doug, for the financial commitment, but also believing us here in Evergreen Schools, for believing that our staff and students will make sure that your investment pays off. And students, I want to make it clear that I and everyone standing in this beautiful new building believes in you. This building is just more proof that if you are provided with the right tools, the right resources, and the right guidance, you'll build a brighter future for all of us.
And as I read more and more about the need for skilled trade workers in this country, I realized that I needed to have a new mission, and that mission was to promote skilled trades. And so we're here to talk about this facility, and there's going to be others coming in Southwest Washington.
And thank you all for coming. This is incredible. The scene is changing in the industry and in the education system. So we're all very, very excited to have your support. And as that continues to snowball, it's going to be phenomenal. So we're going to see life-changing careers just walking out of the door here today with a lot of our kids that go here at Evergreen High. So thank you again for coming.
We can't express how appreciative we are of you and the work that you did to make the Skilled Trade Center start from an idea and become a reality. But we do want to honor your contribution to our school, and if everyone could turn your attention to the stairwell there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's cut that ribbon.
3, 2, 1. Skilled Trade Center.
Very little heritage. Hey, we want to welcome everybody back here to the third quarter. Evergreen's on top, 47-0 over the Heritage Timberwolves. That first quarter, all Evergreen.
Yeah.
We've got the ball caught there at the 15-yard line. It's going to be decent field position there. They take the ball out to the 30.
Yeah, it was a good little return there by Jonas Ferguson. Coming out, it starts the half positively for Heritage.
All right, so it looks like in the second quarter, Heritage changed up quarterbacks and moved over to number 13, which was Baron Graham. We'll see who comes out here to start the third quarter. Owen Daly was the starter for the first half. And it looks like Daly now is back as the starting quarterback here as we start the third quarter. Heritage having a slow start getting everybody on the field they need. As the field clock gets down the inside 5, and they're going to quick little fly sweep. And that's going to be Nathan Daniels, number 6, who gets that ball. He'll get about 2 yards out of it. So Buckman did not start this third quarter either. New running back in the game. And he looks like he is going to have the same type of problems Buckman had, and that is just finding some space to run. That is going to be Chase Anderson, a freshman. So we talked about it at halftime, how young this team is, and now they are playing very young players right now.
Yeah, no, they certainly are. And, I mean, it's great to go ahead and get them experience and get them, some game time and things like that, and it's only going to benefit Heritage for the future.
So Daniels now is fakes it, gets it out to the outside. They were trying to get that to number 21. That is going to be Jonas Ferguson. Not able to bring it in. That'll bring up fourth down. So the punt team will come onto the field for the Timberwolves. We are in running clock status, so the only time the clocks will stop now is for timeouts and scores.
Yes.
So, and it looks like they even have a new kicker out on the field as well. So we'll see who that is. That punt looked like it's going to run out of bounds about the 44-yard line. So the Evergreen Plains will take the ball over in the T-Wolves territory, first down and 10.
It looks like that punter there was Jackson Graham, number 12 for Heritage.
Evergreen still has their starters on the field. 2 running backs now in the backfield. Going to hand this off to Terrence. Terrence gets around the 40. He'll get run out about the 40, about the 38-yard line. He'll get about half of it. We'll bring up second down. I want to remind everybody, stay tuned. We have a doubleheader tonight, just like Friday nights. We have one on Thursday. Battleground goes against the Titans, the Union Titans. Ought to be a pretty good game. Hands this off to Bethune. Freshman for Heritage, number 34, Chase Anderson. Closes fast, makes the stop there. Evergreen's formation back to a single back. 3 receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. Way pitch. This time the quarterback decides he's going to keep this one. He cuts it back up into the middle, and he's going to get down to about the 22-yard line before he is brought down.
Yeah, it looks like that was Hunter Renteria that was able to go ahead and wrap him up by his ankles, bring him down. Probably saving a touchdown.
Yeah, it sure was. Now, we saw this play being ran with 3 times actually in the first half, and each time the defender, the outside guy, came inside and bit on it, and he just quick pitched it. This time he stayed flat. Quarterback took it. We're going to give this to with Bethune. We got a penalty flag here as well. It's probably going to be a holding. But, that play the DN is going to always be wrong.
Right.
If they run it, or if the quarterback reads it and runs it right, the DN will never make the right call. So he stayed flat that time and stayed at the line of scrimmage, did not come up field, and the quarterback kept that one.
Right.
All right, that was the holding call. We'll back him up 10. They'll repeat first down. Arthur Band now lined up in the tight end position. They've moved him all over the place. They've had him tight end with his hand in the dirt. They've had him in slot positions. So we'll just kind of see where they're going to put him now. Now they use him to block. Help to get that edge. There's Bethune. Blows through the initial contact down the sideline, and he is going to get run out of bounds early, but he looks like he stepped on the line right there about the 7-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. He's just able to go ahead and get outside that corner. He's able to outrun any Heritage defender. He almost gets pulled out by the towel. Just steps out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It looks like that there was a flag on the play, so this is going to get backed up.
And it's going to be another holding call against the Plainsmen, that has been their enemy all night long. Is holding calls that is just keeps taking points off the board for these guys. I have a tray receiver set on the far side. Arthur Band now lined up as tight end. They're going to give it to Bethune again. Band does a good job out there blocking. Bethune finds the edge. Good job there by Buckman. Brings him down, but we have another penalty flag right there on the 25-yard line. We'll see what that call is going to be.
Yeah, and it looks like that was actually Jason Scott with the carry there. It's like they swapped the running backs out when we weren't looking.
Well, that one is going to go against the T-Wolves that time, so that's going to work in Evergreen's favor and set them up there just now inside the chains there. Looks like they need about 1.5 yards, 2 yards for the touchdown. For the first down. You can see in the background the Union Titans hanging out in the end zone, getting ready for their game tonight. Evergreen using as much as the field clock as they possibly can before they take the snap. Quarterback pulls this one out and decides to keep it. He's going to blow through that initial contact, and he's going to get a touchdown. No penalty flags on the field at this time, so those 6 points are going to stand.
Yeah, Crace does a great job here disguising this handoff. He gets the defensive bite and just opens the far side of the field up for him. And ultimately it puts another 6 points on the board for the Plainsmen.
And that kick is going to be good. Evergreen using a different kicker. Don't have a name for number 41 on our roster right now, but I would imagine one of the younger players out there getting an opportunity. See how long Evergreen is going to keep their starters in. We'll see where they're going to go here on this one.
Like that's another different kicker for Evergreen.
Yeah, it sure is.
Don't have him on the roster either, unfortunately.
So Evergreen at this point giving everybody an opportunity to play tonight. And he'll run up under that, and that's going to get away from him. Evergreen special teams, we'll see if they were able to get on this. Looks like the T-Wolves got lucky and were able to fall on this one.
Yeah, that one just falling right through the breadbasket there.
Yeah.
Lucky enough to bounce their way, so Timberwolves can go ahead and retain possession of this ball.
All right, well, we're starting to see some different numbers out there on the field for the Evergreen defense. So it looks like they're starting to play some different folks here as well, not necessarily all the starters out there on the field. Isaiah James now the running back.
He just has nowhere to go.
No, he sure doesn't. Not one place to go. So James comes out of the game. It looks like they're going to put in another running back. Looks like Shakarian Rencher. Going to hand the ball to him. He's going to get up across the 30, and he'll get across the 35-yard line. He's probably got the best record, the best run for the night for the team so far.
Yeah, it certainly was. He was able to go ahead and get around that corner and get a good gain out of it. It's going to bring up at least third and manageable.
Rencher there, he's a sophomore as well. Ferguson goes into motion, sets up down here at the bottom. We're going to hand this one off to Rencher again. Rencher does a good job. He is going to get stacked up right there at the chains. We'll see where they give his momentum. It looks like he'll get stopped just shy of the... Oh, it looks like they are going to go ahead and move the chains. So for the first time in 2 quarters, Heritage gets a first down and moves the chains.
Yeah, that was 2 good hard runs by Rencher. He was able to go ahead and get upfield and get the yardage he needed to. I think they're going to get helped out here again by Evergreen.
Sure are.
Looks like that was Keegan Wendy. Got a little ambitious.
Yeah, he did. Okay, Band comes out of the game. He's going to be replaced. Darren Schmidt steps in, number 22. Rencher now looks to get that down the field, and that ball is just pretty much just thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, there might have been slight confusion there as the end of the third quarter horn sounded as the ball was being snapped.
So they did allow that play. So we're looking at 2nd down and 5. Well, 3rd and 5, I'm sorry. As that quarter ran out. So, it's going to be running. The quarters are going to be going pretty quick now, obviously, since we're in a running clock status. So now we're coming up here to the 4th quarter of this game. Heritage offense showing a little light here in this 3rd quarter with some decent runs in this last series, and we're able to move the chains and get a first down. So, it's definitely something for these coaches to feel good about. Like, it looks like an entire sophomore backfield and skilled position out there on the field right now. So it's something that definitely is, more about the future than anything else right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's certainly been their best offensive series tonight, and they've had some really good looks at it. So we'll see if they can go ahead and keep it going and maybe ultimately put some points up on the board for their team.
So the box down there says second. No, that says third down. Okay. Rencher comes back out here in this quarter, and we are going to have the whistle blown here. And it looks like the field clock never got set here, so. And we're going to go ahead and start it up this time. There's the field clock, and it is counting. Two receivers at the top. Ferguson goes into motion, sets up on the far side, creating trips. Gets the ball out, tries to hit the receiver out there. Daniels not able to bring that one in.
Yeah, that was a great play there. Daniel was certainly wide open. He just couldn't bring the ball down.
So we're looking at third down and manageable, 3rd and 5. Running back lines up on the far side. They're going to hand that ball to him. He looks to find some room inside, and he does as he gets down across the 40-yard line. Nice run there by the sophomore Rencher. Picks up a good block there by one of his offensive linemen to free him to help him get into that crease.
Yeah, it really was. It was great blocking by Heritage. Armani Jackson, ultimately the one who started the group tackle effort to bring him down. But it's going to be enough to go ahead and move the chains and give Heritage a fresh set of downs.
All right, they'll line up spread formation again. This time they're going to move Rencher to the short side of the field. Pulls that back in, gets it out to Ferguson. Ferguson makes the catch. But he's going to get stopped right away, and that's going to be Ryder Kepler, who brings him down on the 40-yard line. So the screenplays haven't been successful for Heritage tonight. The Evergreen DBs are closing just way too quick.
Yeah.
And not letting that screen play itself out the way it's supposed to. Rencher now lines up on the far side. Looks down the field. Tries to get it into the receiver, number 88. Hits him in the hands. He's not able to hold on to it as he goes down. And that's going to be Gallant. Looks like we might have some problems there with one of the players. He's running off the field here.
Yeah, that was Gallant. I wonder if he might have just got the little wind knocked out of him or something like that as he hit the ground. Hopefully he's all right.
Yep. Renteria replaces him down here at the bottom of the screen, lined up right below the numbers. They're going to hand this ball off again. Rencher does a good job getting upfield. He'll get to the 26-yard line. 4th down. Heritage is going to keep their offense on the field. They're going to hand it off again. Rencher gets inside, breaks back to the outside. It's Jason Whedon. One of the DBs comes up, makes the stop. They're going to turn that ball over on downs.
Yeah, it looks like Rencher might have had the possibility to go ahead and get upfield and get enough for the first down. He moved a little laterally. Looks like he got a little banged up on the play.
A little slow to get up. Looks like he's going to be all right now. Walking off on his own. Nice running by that young man on those that series of plays for them. Tony Hobson, now the quarterback, a junior, hands the ball off. That is Ja'Shawn Scott, number 15, the running back. He'll get enough for the first down and move the chains. Thaddeus Pruitt and Amani Jackson now lined up here at the bottom of the screen. Got a penalty flag as the quarterback Hobson decides to keep it. Penalty flag right there on the 41-yard line. It's going to be movement against the Plainsmen, so that'll back them up 5.
Looks like that was J.B. Biosa who was able to actually go ahead and bring him down.
So it looks like we have another person coming in to run quarterback, number 44. We don't have his name on the roster. But he's out there with number 15, Scott. Scott, the running back.
Yeah, I've got it. 44 is Braden James. He's a freshman quarterback for Evergreen.
And it looks like they are going to call a timeout. So the Plainsmen's definitely emptying the bench here, allowing everybody an opportunity to get some run. All right, so they got it figured out. All right, they have him set up. Hands that ball off. Scott looking for the edge. Contact, but rolls up field a little bit with it. We've got another penalty flag. Flag's going to be dropped around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be holding again on Evergreen. That's certainly going to be a talking point for the Plainsmen as they go through next week, preparing for next week's game. They cannot continue to give up this many yards to penalties when they go up and they meet Prairie.
Yeah, no, they sure
week.
Can't. right, so now number 35 in at running back. That's going to be Caleb Shelton. Going to hand off to Shelton. Looks like Shelton's going to get just over the 35-yard line. Holding penalty has them far behind the chains. It's going to bring up second down. Another handoff to the running back, Sheldon. Nice downhill run as he gets across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. Chipping away at it. Now it's 3rd and 13. Hobson now back out there as the quarterback. Quick pitch. As they get back just a yard off the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th and 9.
Yeah, Heritage, I mean, they've held their own. They've been helped out by a few Evergreen penalties. But this could be a good defensive win for Heritage if they get the stop here.
Yeah, sure could. Austin Chapman now, the new running back on the field. We're going to hand it off to Chapman. Chapman turns it upfield, gets across midfield, almost loses it, is able to get it back before he goes down. That won't be enough for the first down, so the Evergreen Plainsmen will turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson Graham there, the one able to go ahead and initiate that stop. Timberwolves are going to go ahead and get the ball back with 2:40 and counting remaining.
All right, so Heritage offense comes onto the field. Just about 2 minutes left to play in the game. Daly, the quarterback. Looking to get that ball to Ferguson, not able to do it. 2nd down and 10. Fakes the handoff, gets it out to Ferguson again. And Ferguson not able to bring that one in as he takes a pop right as the ball gets to him. Ryder Kepler comes up on him and makes the stop. Good hit.
Yeah, good clean hit.
I want to remind everybody that at the end of this game, we'll get ready and prepared for the next game of the doubleheader. It'll be the Union Titans against the Battleground Tigers. That game should start right around 7 o'clock, kind of depending on when this game ultimately ends. Each game is guaranteed the teams 20 minutes to at least warm up before the game starts. So we'll be running real close to the 7 o'clock time when this game, even our next game, gets started too. So I want to remind everybody we are on channel 28 and also on YouTube on the Evergreen School District channel. So make sure you share that information with your family and friends near and far to make sure they can watch some exciting football here at night. I tell you what, that little number 42 likes to run hard downhill. He's making people
really does.
pay for hitting him.
Yep, he really does. It's great to see. And that's going to be the last play of the game tonight.
All right, well, that will run the clock out. The Evergreen Plainsmen win this game 54-0 over the Heritage Timberwolves. Heritage still looking to find a win. One thing that we can look forward to in years to come is Heritage, a very young football program, plays a lot of young kids out there, so we're getting a whole lot of opportunity to get better on Friday nights. So this is about the future of this program and not what's going on today. I'm Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. You're watching EPS Sports, and we'll see you for the second half of the doubleheader against the Union Titans and the Battleground Tigers. We'll see you then.